I never imagined that becoming a stepmother would be this hard. When I married my husband, I knew I was gaining a family. His son, Jake, was 8 years old then. But what I didn't expect was the silent wall he built around himself, one that I just couldn't break through. Jake wasn't mean, but he was distant, often indifferent to my presence. I tried everything, baking his favorite cookies, watching cartoons with him, asking about his school, but he always seemed to pull away, as if I were an intruder in his world. It hurt more than I wanted to admit. My husband, Mark, was a wonderful man, kind and patient, but even he struggled to connect with Jake at times. I could see the worry in his eyes when Jake shut down or lashed out in frustration. Family dinners were tense, conversations were brief, and the house often felt cold, despite the warmth I desperately wanted to create. I began to wonder if I'd made a mistake, if I could ever be the mom Jake deserved. One autumn evening, everything shifted in a way I never saw coming. Mark had just lost his job, a sudden layoff that turned our world upside down. Bills piled up, stress filled the air, and Jake's behavior worsened. He stopped going to school regularly, started staying in his room for hours, and barely spoke to anyone. I watched him from a distance, my heart breaking, unsure how to help. One night, when the house was quiet and Mark was away looking for new opportunities, Jake knocked softly on my bedroom door. I was surprised. He rarely approached me like that. When I opened it, he looked down at his feet, cheeks flushed with embarrassment or maybe fear. "Can I talk to you?" he whispered. That moment was the beginning of something neither of us expected. Jake told me about his struggles at school, about feeling like he didn't belong, and about the confusion and anger he felt about the changes in our family. I listened, really listened for the first time. The boy I thought I knew was hurting deeply, and he was reaching out, trusting me with his pain. From that night on, our relationship transformed. I became his confidant, his ally. We worked together to face his challenges, school counselors, tutors, late-night talks about dreams and fears. I saw a different Jake emerge, sensitive, kind, brave. One afternoon, he surprised me by drawing a portrait of the three of us together, smiling. It was the most beautiful gift I'd ever received. Our family, once fractured, started to heal. Mark found a new job, but more importantly, we found each other. Jake's gestures of love and trust changed me forever. I never expected my stepson to do this, to break down his walls, to share his heart, to become not just my stepson but my friend. After that night, everything changed between Jake and me. It was as if a dam had broken, releasing all the bottled-up pain and mistrust that had kept us apart for so long. He began to open up in ways I never thought possible. Our late-night talks became a safe space where he could share not only his fears but also his hopes, things no one else seemed to care about. I remember how, during one of these talks, he confessed that he felt invisible at school, that his classmates treated him like an outsider. Hearing that shattered something inside me. How could a bright, sensitive boy like Jake feel so alone? It ignited a fierce determination in me to do whatever I could to help him. We started small. I volunteered to attend his parent-teacher meetings, something Mark hadn't done much before due to work pressures. I made sure to listen carefully to his teacher's feedback and celebrate even the smallest victories with Jake. When he brought home a better grade than usual, I was over the moon, and I could see the pride shining in his eyes. Slowly but surely, I saw Jake's confidence grow. One afternoon, Jake invited me to his room. He was holding a box filled with scraps of paper, drawings, and little notes. "I want to show you something," he said shyly. As he pulled out the papers, I realized these were poems and stories he'd written, but never shared with anyone. His words were raw and honest, about the struggles he faced fitting in, the pain of his dad's job loss, and the complicated feelings he had about me being in the picture. Reading his writings, my heart broke and swelled all at once. I never imagined that beneath his tough exterior was a boy aching to be understood and loved. I hugged him tightly, promising to always be there for him. From that moment, our bond deepened even more. No longer just stepmom and stepson, but two souls connected through trust and shared vulnerability. At the same time, Mark noticed the change too. One evening, he pulled me aside and said, I see the difference you're making. Jake's smiling more, laughing even. Thank you. His gratitude made me realize just how much this family had been struggling in silence. We all needed each other in ways we hadn't admitted before. Our home gradually transformed from a place of tension to a sanctuary of warmth and understanding. Jake began to invite friends over, something I never thought I'd see. He started participating in school activities again, even joining the drama club. Watching him step into his own light was one of the most rewarding experiences of my life.